Oh dear, I think I had a bad weekend.
Did you? Here it comes.
So. Yes, I had a bad weekend.
You did. You had 4 points, mate. Just 4. I think that might be the worst of the season, actually. I can't remember you having a worse one than that. To be fair. Worse. Yeah, worse. Yeah, what's all that about? Worse. I've had one too many brew dogs. It is my birthday, though. 12 for Gary Schofield.
That's a bit scary. If Gary Schofield is getting 3 times as many points as me, it's time to give up.
Yeah, 12 for Schofield, 11 for me, 7 for the fans forum, and just the 4 for yourself. So I keep myself at the top just about, but it's still very early days, incredibly close. Nobody's walking away with this one this year. So here we go again. Let's get into the games, and we're starting off with this juicy little affair at the Lee Sports Village. Yes, no Reynolds, obviously, no Nisbet. Both of those are going to be banned for Lee, and there is a doubt over big Chris Satay with his hamstring issue. However, good news for Hull fans. Rumour has it, Litton will be in the 21-man squad. He should be back. So there's a big decision there coming between Hoy and Litton. If Litton is fully fit, Steve Wilson, I'd be interested to know who you will pick as number 1. Would it be Litton? Would it be Hoy at fullback? And Tumavari as well, expected to return to the squad for this one at Lee. The fans forum, they have gone Hull FC 9-17. There's a turn.
Really?
They've gone 9-17 Hull. Gary Schofield is going Lee 9-17. I think it's going to be a belter. I think it's going to be a really good game, this one. Right, Greg, where are we seeing this one?
I think Hull had an absolutely fantastic second half against us. Lee were outstanding as well. If Lee perform like they performed against us a couple of weeks ago, and I think they will because I think they got that momentum, I think Lee 9-17.
Oh, you're going the way Lee 9-17. Yeah. I'm going to go Lee, but I think this is going to be really tight. I'm going 1-8. I'm going 1-8. I'm going to go Lee 1-8. I think it would have probably been bigger, but I think look at Hull's form. It's Lee are the form side. Let's not have any bones about it. But Lee, 4 out of 5. The one they lost against Salford was a tight affair. I do think this is going to be a really, really fine game.
Yeah, you just don't know how much that game has taken out of Hull. That second half.
True.
Lee have had an extra day.
Yeah.
So,
Steve Wilson is going Hoy. He's answered the question. He's going
Hoy. Yeah, maybe it'd be tempted to put Litton on the bench.
I think Litton or wing. Of course, he's played wing this season.
Yeah, I think for what I've seen, Litton has played well when he's come off the bench.
Yeah. Well, the forum mate, John Wilkinson, Wire fan, 6-14 Hull. Steve Wilson, no surprise, he's 9-17 Hull. Linda Blumson, no surprise, he's 1-7 Lee. Alex Sharp, 1-8 Hull. Kobe McGilvey going 18 plus Lee. There's a shout. Ryan Birch, 9-17 to Lee. By 6 for Joel for Lee. Liam Carr going Lee 24. Steve Broomfield, Lee by 9. And Freddie McGilvey going Lee 1-8. So more going Lee than Hull, yet the fans forum, the official vote that we take it from, have gone Hull 9-17. We will wait and we will see. Right into the second game on Friday. Castleford, can they go back to back, or will Salford keep pressing forward? Cass, no Liam Watts, of course, he's banned. Evels out. Of course, rumours Evels to Hull KR. We didn't talk about that, but
no. Yeah, that was something that raised its head earlier this week. Yeah.
That's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Evels. Eden, of course, also out. Ackers still expected not to be fit for this one. And of course, we know that Wright's out as well. Two teams in decent form, it's got to be said. Salford playing well. Hard not to see a Salford win. Salford, of course, 4 from the last 5. Gary Schofield, where are you? Gary Schofield is going Salford 9-17. The forum thinks it's a Salford by 18 points plus. A lot of love for Salford by the forum. Greg, where are you going?
The jungle can be a difficult place to go, as Warrington have found out to their detriment a few times over the years. I think Castleford will be absolutely buoyed by that win, but again, how much has it taken out of them?
Spot on, mate. If you remember
And,
when
I think Salford, and I'm going to push my neck out here. I'm going to say, and I do apologise, Castleford fans, I'm going to say Salford 18 plus.
Well, you just mentioned there about how much it took out of them. The last time they beat Leeds 14-8 at the Jungle, the next game they played Warrington at the Jungle and they lost 38-0.
Yeah.
So that's a great shout, mate. It's a great shout.
I just think Salford are, you know, we said that Miller and our friend Widdop could be the combination that propelled Castleford into the six.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it's not worked injury wise, gelling wise, whatever it is. I just think Salford are hungrier.
Yeah.
You know, Brody
and the table doesn't lie, does it?
No, Brody Croft really up against, you know, no disrespect to Miller and Widdop. They're not in the flush of youth. I just think Salford are going to turn it on Friday night.
Well, we've all gone Salford, albeit 2-8.
And Castleford will probably win 50-0 now. Who knows? That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of the season.
And we will wait and see. Right, let's do the game of the week. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. To be. This game cannot be ignored for obvious reasons. St Helens taking on Wigan. Saints off the back of a domination of Huddersfield. Wigan on the back of a demolition at the hands of Catalan. It really is finely poised, this one. Of course, form goes out the window when these two go toe to toe. Live on Sky this Friday night, one not to be missed. Right, let's look at it. St Helens 90-17 for both the fans forum and for Gary Schofield. They're already going in on the chat. Greg, I'll just give you a few of these before you
go on then.
Wigan 90-17 for Alex Sharp.
Wigan 9-17.
Yeah, he's going Saint. Fenny McGilvey, Saints 1-8. Ryan Birch 9-17 Saints. 18 plus for Graham Parish. John Wilkinson of Warrington 8-14 to the Pies. 1-8 Saints. Joel Scholes. Kevin Ogden 9-17 Saints. Linda 9-17 Saints. Kobe McGilvey 14 Saints, and Steve Wilson 1-8 Saints. So where are you seeing this, mate?
Like you say, form goes right out the window. Saints had sorry, Huddersfield fans. Saints had a fairly dominant and easy win over Huddersfield. Wigan will be hurt by that defeat. Wigan will be stinging. And I think changes could very well be made in a few places. And do you know what? I can see Wigan winning this.
Go on, mate.
I think Wigan are going to probably win it 9-17. I just get, when you get that feeling that
mate,
when Wigan's backs are against the wall, they always pull a performance out of the hat. Yeah. And I think nobody, and even more so when nobody expects them to win and when they're being dismissed as also rans. There's nothing so dangerous as a Wigan team that is being dismissed as underdogs. And I think Wigan are going to win this 9-17.
It's a big shout, mate. It's a big shout.
It is. I've got to start pulling big shouts out of that now, mate.
Yeah, it is a big shout. I'm going 9-17 for the Saints. I do think though. I can see them dropping Miski for this. I think Miski could be the player that's dropped after that. But he won't drop King. I think he'll look
Well,
at
who would he bring in his place?
probably Thornley, innit? Or Hampshire maybe on the
Yeah,
wing. Maybe
maybe.
more than likely Thornley, I would have thought. But yeah, I can
No, I
just
mean
see.
King, Toby King. I mean,
Well, Thornley can play centre, can't he?
yeah,
To be
yeah.
fair, but
Shout.
I think King will hold. But I think if there's going to be a fall guy, I think it'll be Miski. I really do.
Could very well be. Although he's quick.
He is quick. I just think again though, very similar to Catalan. I don't think Wiggins Pack are going to be able to live with St. Helens. I really don't. I think I think the longer the season goes, the more we're going to see the fragility in that pack. I really do.
Maybe, but
It's not big enough.
No, it's not. I said that earlier on that it's a bit like watching us last season. I just, when you get that feeling that Wigan tend to bounce back and tend to bounce back well against teams like Saints when they're written off, and they have been pretty much this week.
Absolutely, mate. No, absolutely.
I just get that. I just get one of those. I will probably be sitting here next week saying got it wrong, but I just get that feeling.
Well, we will find out, as we will at the Halliwell Jones on Saturday evening as the Warrington Wolves welcome the Huddersfield Giants. Both of these two teams, well, probably Warrington not as humble as maybe Huddersfield were, but both will, of course, be very hurt indeed off the back of those results. There'll be no Josh Maguire. There's no doubt about that. Joe Philbin.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if anything's come through.
Cassiano will be assessed prior to this game. Should play, is what we're hearing. For Huddersfield, of course, no Joe Greenwood. He failed the HIA. Russell may return for Huddersfield, is what we're hearing. Both the fans forum and Gary Schofield going Warrington 18 plus. Schofield going as far as 24 plus, which I think that's very big numbers from Gary Schofield. I think this is going to be a real battle. They always are. I'm going to edge my bets. I'm going to go Warrington 1-8. I don't think it'll be as comfortable as certainly the forum and Gary Schofield is saying. I think Huddersfield will bounce back. Where you seen it, mate?
It's a difficult one. It really is a difficult one for me. I don't think that the experiment failed against Hull, playing players out of position, bringing players in who shouldn't be in the first team. That experiment failed. Cassiano's back, fair enough. If Philbin's out, then don't put a kid on the bench that you have no intention of using. That's just wrong for the team and for the player. Huddersfield, they've got a good record at Halliwell Jones. And I think they're going to win. I think Huddersfield are going to win.
Right.
I really do. And I think close, 1-8. But I think I just get this horrible, horrible feeling again that that Huddersfield are going to win this 1-8.
1-8. Right, okay.
And I hate saying that, but I just something's not quite right. And I think Huddersfield will bounce back better than we will.
Yeah, I agree with that comment. I think at the moment there's just something
something has not
feel right at the moment, but we'll see what happens. The vast majority of the forum going the way of Warrington. The Maguire decision should be out imminently.
I've just been looking. I've not seen it.
There.
No.
Okay, we'll move on then to the next game, which is a good one. Or well, you think it would be a good one. The way KR at the moment, for the first time this season, really starting to struggle, which will delight the black and white fans. They're on the back now of a 3-game losing streak in Super League. Hull KR, that is. Catalan, on the other hand, in great form indeed. For KR, no Coote, no Batchelor, no Sue, all expected to be out injured. Abdul could return. That could be key. Abdul might return for this one. The Dragons will have a late assessment on Takiaho and Desiree. Apart from that, they're okay. Both the forum and Gary Schofield going 18 plus. Schofield going Cats by 34. He's seeing a drubbing here for KR. I don't see a score that big, I have to say. I think Catalan at home will win it, but I think it'll be a 9-17. Where are you going, Greg?
This is the easiest one of the weekend, and I'm sorry, Hull KR fans. I think Cats 18 plus.
You're going 18 plus as well.
I think Hull KR have got too many players missing.
Well,
even if Abdul and Litton are coming back, Abdul coming back. So I'm getting my Littons mixed up. I think Catalan are playing well. The top of the league. I think they'll stay there for a few weeks. I think Catalan 18 plus.
Fair enough. Everybody going Catalan in the chat just varies between 9 to 17 and 18 plus, but a lot of love indeed for Catalan. And then finally, this one, Wakefield taking on Leeds Rhinos. Holroyd expected to be doubtful for this. Still no Tetevano. Don't know what's actually happened there with Tetevano. The last couple of press conferences of Rowan Smith, something to do with Tetevano's health.
I noticed that today. He was very cagey over
cagey.
Talking
That's
about
2 weeks running. So something's not right with Zane Tetevano. I hope he's and as Rowan Smith says, his longevity in life is far more important than rugby league, and we don't. So
that was a strange
don't know what's
statement
happened.
to make.
It is indeed. Right, okay. Lots. Tanginoa still not expected to be back. Whitbread doubtful. Tony doubtful. Langy doubtful. Jack Croft out. Reece Lynn doubtful for Wakey. Don't fall off your chair. Gary Schofield's gone Wakefield 1-8. I don't know what planet Gary's on, quite frankly, but there you go.
He's done what?
Wakefield 1-8. Gary Schofield. Yeah. Whereas the fans form have gone 18 plus for Leeds. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wakey do tend to raise the game for Leeds. They've had a decent record in recent years, certainly at Headingley. I do think Leeds will win 9-17. That's my shout. What's your shout, mate?
Wow. So I've said, it's a better comeback than Lazarus if they beat Leeds 1-8.
I agree.
Leeds will be stinging. Wakefield looked like a beaten team against Lee, and that's no disrespect to Lee.
Yeah,
they couldn't muster anything against 11 men.
No,
didn't look like scoring. I will be losing to Lee is no disgrace, but not even looking like scoring when you've got a 2-man advantage is worrying.
I agree.
Very worrying, and I just 18 plus to Leeds.
Fair enough. I'm going. Maybe it's because Wakey are at home and they can't keep getting drugged. I'm going 9-17, Lee.
18 plus to Leeds.
You're going 18.
I'd like to drink in the same pub as Gary Schofield. That beer must be wonderful.